he's right there. He's literally right there. Oh my god, it's Rudolph. Hello everyone, welcome back out to the Hunter Classic. We haven't been out here in a little while, and since there's been a bunch of hype with these red-nosed reindeer running around, I've never actually got one. I really would like to see one. Also, last time I hunted for a red-nosed reindeer, I actually ended up getting the biggest reindeer that I've ever even seen, which scores 679, and that was an absolute giant. So today we're going to be going on here with the 45 caliber inline muzzleloader. We're going to be trying to find some reindeer. We have with us both scopes. We have the 3x9x40, and if there's something a little further out there, we also have the 12x50. Now, the way I like to hunt reindeer is, well, first you need to have a lucky shirt. And this is definitely my lucky shirt for reindeer, as it does have a picture of two reindeer on it in the front. So that is the first step, and the second step is I like to go really far away, so we're going to go over here and fast travel to this point. But first I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to go over here, we'll fast travel, and then we're going to run around until we find tracks. Don't even look really for any reindeer at all. Try and zigzag a little bit, whichever area you think looks like it could have reindeer. Try and swing around and see if you can't cut a nice herd of bulls' tracks. And once you get on those tracks, track them down, and eventually you'll find a decent one. Alright, so this is what you're looking for. As soon as you find a track like this, 125 to 160, I believe 180 is the max weight, so this is going to be a pretty decent one. As soon as you find a track like this, you want to instantly start tracking it, because if you're not too careful, they can run out of bounds, and then you won't ever see them. So you really want to get on that track as fast as possible. That's one of the reasons why I don't recommend running around and actually trying to spot them. Also, the thing about reindeer is they pretty much travel in a straight line. So if you look at the map, it's going to go all the way down basically towards this lodge. So you could actually fast travel here and try and cut them off. But for now, we're just going to go in a straight line and keep going straight until we find the next track. So if you actually lose a track and you can't find the next one, just keep going straight. Eventually you will find it. The only time that the reindeer actually cut sideways or in a different direction is if it's a really, really big one and it happens to get too close to you. Then it will figure out a way to somehow start looping around and come around the back side. Alright, so we actually just got a call from another bull right over here. Now we do have a tower stand set up right there, which would be pretty handy. And if we can make it there, we might try and get in there. If not, we might just try and spot him and see if we can't take a decent shot. So the best thing would probably be to try and spot him first to see if he's decent and to see how much time you really want to spend on him, instead of staying on this track and trying to catch up to the main one that you were actually tracking from before. Alright, so I just spotted him. He's right here. I didn't really get a good look at him, but I can see he's right here. And that's a lot of times why you don't want to waste too much time on these ones. Just saw another one take off over there up on that hill. Didn't get a good look at him though. We might want to go run over there quick and go check the tracks on that, just to see if there wasn't a big one way up there on that peak. Then we'll get back on our tracks that we were tracking from before. So let's go pick up this guy. As you can see, he's very, very small, but look at the weight on him, 105. We got right lung, left lung. He only scored 201, so that's a very small male. So let's go over here now and go see if we can't find a track where we saw those other two take off. If not, we're going to get back on the track that we were on from before and see if we can't catch up to him, because the one we're tracking from before has a minimum of 125, which is a pretty solid bull. Definitely going to be over 400s. Alright, so we just got back on the track from the bull that we were tracking from before. We went over and looked where the cow was running from before also, and there was no other tracks. It was just one lone cow. But sometimes you never know. If there was a heavy bull track, say a 140 to 180 kgs or 140 to 160 kgs, then we definitely would have jumped on that track and tracked him down. But since there wasn't, we're going to get back on this first track here and see if we can't catch up to this first big bull. Alright guys, so we just kicked up another bull. He's right over here actually. Just saw him go over that hill. There he is right there. Found him. Found him. He's way out there. Can't even take a shot from here if we wanted. It's a bad angle. Really bad angle. He seems to just want to trot off in the other direction. We might try and call him in a little bit and see if he'll turn around. He will eventually, as soon as he gets unspooked. But if he doesn't come in, then we're probably going to sneak up to that brusher right there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sneak over to this brush and find a little tiny opening here and see if we can get prone and try and take a nice shot. Alright, so it looks like he's actually coming back in. He's sort of just feeding right now, but he should come in shortly. At least he's facing this direction and he's headed this way shortly. Alright, here he comes. No. If he stopped right there, I would definitely take that shot. He did it. He stopped out there at about 150. Put it high in the lung, shoulder blade, spine area, and I think that was a solid hit. And let's see what we have here. We have some... Oh yeah, that's some good blood. He's down right here. Really good. So we must have actually double lunged him. Even with the trees, we still got some pretty good penetration. And we got another bull down right here. He's all busted up. You can see he definitely had some potential to have some points, but he just has every point literally busted on him. So let's pick him up. Only one lung. We actually got single lung at 103.4 meters. And we hit pretty much right where we wanted. Maybe a tad bit higher we would have dropped him. But still, we got 328 score and 88% harvest value, which is pretty good. Alright guys, so we just got a solid circle on this bull reindeer, and we don't want to start crouching yet. We want to keep walking. Actually, sometimes you could even keep running right now, because he could be a little bit further away than what you really think. And if you don't actually have high level for reindeer, what you want to do is just keep running until you get to some fleeing tracks, because then when you get to fleeing tracks, you'll know that he's going to be within 300 meters away from you. Alright, so we just got a call. Now, I would imagine it's from the female that we were tracking from before, which is in this group. So you always want to check to see. And as you can see, a female just called right by our dot up here. So that means the female that's in the group of this bull is going to be right next to this bull. And we should probably start crouching now, because we can see all the way around us. So we should just proceed with a little bit of caution here. And we'll keep calling, because a lot of times the reindeer won't actually come in, then they'll pretty much just ignore you. If it's a really big bull, it probably won't come into the call, and you can just keep calling like crazy and nothing's going to happen. It's just going to keep on ignoring you. I'm walking the other way. Alright, I just spotted something down there. That's a cow. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's right there. He's literally right there. Oh my god, it's Rudolph. No way, 460 to 600 kgs. The recording just cut off at the last second too. And luckily I was able to hit record again. I can't believe that we just got a huge Rudolph. Literally like 20 meters away from us. What a giant Rudolph. What a giant reindeer. Didn't even get a good look at him, he was so close. How cool is that? Huge paddles on him. Let's pick him up and see what he's going to score. I can't even believe that. We got double lung. He scores 466. And we just got my first Rudolph ever. So I'm really happy with that. Let alone, it's a pretty nice one as well. And the fact that we actually tracked this one down just from picking one random track, how cool is that? Oh, you can see he's busted. Look at that. You can see his right paddle there is completely busted off. But still a monster, and how cool is that? I'm so excited. We can actually get him mounted and bring him to the lodge. A really cool picture. And yes, let's get him mounted. I just can't even believe that just happened. And I can't also believe that the recording cut out. So I'll show you exactly when it cut out in a second. Alright, so I just got done looking at the video, and I was trying to see where it actually did cut out and whether or not the video still recorded or not, because I was so excited from seeing that Rudolph. Like I said, I hunted for almost 2 weeks straight. Maybe last year or the year before that, and I couldn't find one single Rudolph. But I did find a 679 bull reindeer, which was even cooler, but I still couldn't find a Rudolph, which is really what I wanted, and I finally just found one. So if you look right here, look how close we were for that Rudolph to be out of bounds, and he would have been completely gone. He only had another 250 or 300 meters more, and basically he would have been out of bounds by then. And we ended up tracking him from right here all the way down to here, and you can see he made a straight line. He did not want to come into any of the calls until we finally got within probably 150 meters of him. Then he started circling back and he came in. Alright guys, well let's see if we can't find another one. Alright guys, so we were just coming up over to this lake over here because I know this is a really good spot for reindeer, and look at this. We got a real good bull coming up the hill right here. Can't quite tell how big he is, but he looks really good. 460 to 610 on him. That's a monster reindeer, and there's a bunch of other ones coming in the back here. I want to make sure we can see all of them here. It looks like just a bunch of females and the big ones up in the front. Wow, he has some really good tops on him. We should be able to make it happen. Oh, it's really not a good angle. I don't like that angle. Even though we have the inline, it doesn't have as much penetration as you think. So you really want to get a broadside shot as much as possible. Alright, there he is. And we're going to take a shot. Drilled him. That should have been lung for sure. Yep, he's down right there. That's a big bull. 460 to 610. That one should be 500 plus for sure. As you can see, just the rack on him is absolutely huge. Alright, well let's get down here and go take a look at this big bull that we just got. That was awesome. I would take some more shots at these other cows right now, but I don't really want to glitch out this big bull that we just got, as it took a long time to find a decent one like this. Alright, so here he is down right here. As you can see, it was lung blood. So we probably got lung and liver on that because of the angle. But let's just take a look at this big bull. So let's check out his shovels. He has two really big shovels. I hardly see any deductions on him whatsoever at all. The one side there is a little bit busted off, but just one little tiny point. So let's pick him up and see what he scores. We got shoulder blade and lung. He scores 546.37. This is a huge one, and it's probably one of the biggest ones that I've gotten, well, since the Lodges came out actually. So let's take a really cool picture of him, and he is going to get mounted. We'll put him right next to our Rudolph, so that will be really cool, and we'll be able to go take a look. He isn't very wide. If he was wider, he would have been close to 600s, but he's still a huge reindeer. He's just not quite wide enough to break the 600 point. So let's take a cool picture, and let's get him mounted. And I think we're going to head over to the Trophy Lodge and go take a look at our two mounted reindeer as soon as we take one of these cows out here with the inline. And we got her out there at about 200 meters exactly. So we're going to use the inline, and we're going to put the second notch pretty much right on the lung area as soon as she stops. Alright guys, here we are back at the Trophy Lodge, and here is our 466 Ghost Reindeer. So we finally got our first Rudolph reindeer. Here he is mounted next to our 546 common reindeer, and this is actually the biggest one that's going to be in this lodge so far. So I'm really glad that we actually got him as well. He was towards the end of the hunt, and this guy was towards the beginning of the hunt. This was the most prized possession right here because I've been wanting one of these for so long. I can't even remember since the first time I really wanted one. But at least we actually finally got one, and luckily I was able to see that the recording had a red slash through it, meaning that it stopped recording. And the moment that I noticed that, I had to tab out of the game, come back in, and start recording again, and that's when he was literally less than 20 meters away. And we had the 12x50 scope zoomed in all the way, so you literally couldn't miss him. It basically covered up his whole entire body. And I can't believe that we actually got him. So, I think that's going to be the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.